Okay, so yes, indeed, this is gonna be Night Elf versus Orc. This map is Turtle Rock. We were just observing Turtle Rock. Why not? Of course, if you don't know, ZOTAC used to use a map pool where essentially what you had was every round there was a set map that everybody played on. Now the players get to veto all the different maps until there's just one map left, and so it's actually a much better system now. It's way more fair in my opinion, way more balanced. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this game. We do have DkH.CorNoX spawning in as the blue Night Elf up at the 11 o'clock position. This is Turtle Rock once again. Going to be going up against TheLordo spawning in as the red Orc in the 4 o'clock position. So going to be an interesting game, no doubt. This is Orc versus Night Elf on Turtle Rock. It's about cross spawn almost, not quite, but it's not close spawn. So it looks like we're going to be seeing an Ancient of War creep right here for CorNoX. Of course, fairly standard build, fairly standard play. Sorry. I don't really have a lot to talk about in the early game, so I might as well just give a chat message out to, especially he's an awesome player. Awesome undead player. I wouldn't mind casting some of his games. Hopefully he'll make it further into the finals, or maybe not the final, maybe the finals. I mean, that would be great. I don't know if he's ever made it to finals before. I know he's gotten very close if he hasn't gotten there. So he's a very, very good undead player. And this is going to be a really interesting game. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this right here, this is going to be quite a game. TheLordo is renowned for his play against elf players, so yeah. Again, you're in for a treat if you haven't seen this before. I will say that, no doubt. So yeah, I don't want to hype it up too much, but yeah, I don't know who's going to win. I think either player has a really good chance at winning this though. So this is the early game. Again, not really a lot to talk about. We do see a Peon Scout coming into this basically to see what's going on at the AOW right here. He pretty much knows that there's going to be an AOW creep going on. Going to try to maybe see if he can get the last hit on one of these creeps. We'll see if that's going to happen, but of course CorNoX does have that Demon Hunter out right now. And normally what you do as the elf player here is you actually just creep out the giant sea turtle right here. It drops the item, and then with your Demon Hunter, you pick up the item. Going to go and kill this peon. Going to pick up 25 experience from that. Pick up the item, and then you run over across the map to go harass or something. We'll see if he does that this game, because you can generally just finish off the rest of it with your archer. But then again, they're very, very low right now, so why not just go ahead and get a couple whacks in with your Demon Hunter. So you take a little bit less damage on your archer, because normally the Ancient of War is tanking, and that time the Ancient of War really couldn't tank, so you had to back off because that peon did delay everything just a little bit, which was not bad. Was it worth the 25 experience? Probably. It gave him a lot of information to TheLordo, and so everything, not a bad choice whatsoever. I mean, we can see that just TheLordo just kind of pulling out that creep camp right there. That's a green camp. We do have, of course, the Blade Master coming over here. He's onto this archer, right-clicking on the archer. He's Windwalk. Does this have enough mana for another Windwalk? Not yet. I'm going to go ahead and see that Moonwell being used to keep this archer back alive. There's another Moonwell going up, about to be finished, and one Moonwell that has plenty of Moon Juice right there as well. CorNoX's base build going to be just fine to defend that, to repel, defend, whatever you want to call it. The Blade Master, no problem right there. And we can see TheLordo is teching up right now, and he has a War Mill. He only has one grunt out. You might be saying, what's a one grunt tech with a War Mill doing for an Orc player? Doesn't he know he's versus Elf? Well, he does. He does know he's versus Elf. And I'll tell you the name of the strategy he plays. It's called TheLordo. TheLordo, and I'll spell that. TheLordo. That's the strategy. And that's what they call it in Korea. And well, that's the English version of it at any rate. And yeah, so maybe that'll give you an idea. Maybe it won't. But here, let's see if we're gonna be able to get to steal. Gonna steal the experience. Gonna run away. Get mana burn down to 0 mana once again. And not gonna be a huge issue just with this grunt. Just trying to, basically he's done nothing with this grunt. But just sit here and crept a little bit, pulled out this creep a little bit, and he's probably gonna come down here with the Blade Master, maybe with Boots of Speed now and a Circlet. Picked up Dust as well from that shop, and he's gonna be able to creep this out. Come over here, pick up a salve after doing so, and heal up his Blade Master as well as his grunt. Might go ahead and pick up the salve first. Of course, if you let something tank, he'll be just fine. No, Seshi, no, don't read the text. Well, now you know what TheLordo is. Now you know what TheLordo is. Over here we can see that there is an Ancient of War going up right here. CorNoX will be able to come over here and perhaps creep something out. Shouldn't be a huge issue. He's creeping out this shop right here. At least creeping out the main thing right there. Looks like that's all he wants to creep. And now going to run away, guys. Go ahead and pick up a Ring of Protection. Plus that is 3 armor. That's a lot of armor. It's a pretty good item. It's fairly tanky. The Demon Hunter is already an agility-based hero, however, he already has a lot of armor. 5 armor. It's a very, very tanky strategy. So, or tanky, already base armor. Base armor is the word I was looking for. And he might sell the Ring of Protection +3, or he might keep it. We'll see. We will see. Over here we can see Lordo going to go for the item creep over here on this camp as well. He might finish out the cramp camp because he does have 2 grunts involved in this fight already. And as you can see, he's not going to have to be too concerned about that. He does have 3 charges of healings out. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a Talisman of Evasion, a wonderful item. That item is insanely good. Makes his Blade Master so very tanky because he already has a high armor. So just essentially there are 3 ways to tank: high armor, high evasion, or high HP. And Blade Master with that Talisman Evasion does have 2 of the 3. We do see a Watchtower is up in his base. That Demon Hunter coming in here to do a little bit of harass. We'll see if he can actually do any harass. He does have a Staff of Teleportation, and so if he wants to get out, he can. Not going to be a huge issue. We do see a Panda being picked up as the second hero. You might be saying, Panda? Who gets Panda against Orc as an elf? Well, you know, CorNoX is apparently doing it because he knows that Lordo doesn't play standard. He knows how Lordo plays, or at least I would assume, and that's why we're going to see that Panda. We'll see just how effective that Panda can be if he can get it creeped up. And of course, it looks like he's going to be able to get that green camp, no problem, and come in here and creep out this red camp as well. Shouldn't be an issue with that AOW there. You can see that the Blade Master now, or I'm sorry, the Demon Hunter now, right-clicked on this Watchtower, and we're just going to see some burrows being burrowed up. Very aggressive play from CorNoX right now. Trying to keep the wood count low if he can, trying to harass the economy. Just do what he can right there, and we'll see if that pays off or not. Level 2 on this Blade Master, halfway through level 2. Only +6 right now. Does have a Gloves of Haste, though. 3 Circlets and a Boots of Speed. Not a bad choice. Going to go ahead and see a Hex on that Demon Hunter. Keep that Shadow Hunter from being mana burned, I believe. Yes, indeed. A nice Hex. You can see that the Blade Master now going to go ahead and get a Windwalk. Going to pop out now, and of course with that Windwalk, will he get mana burned? Not going to happen. Nicely done. Nice micro there, and CorNoX going to run away. Probably CorNoX not really in any serious threat, but no need to let him take unnecessary damage if he doesn't need to. Clearly not going to be able to do anything over here to this particular army, so he's just going to be able to do that, no problem. You can see the Panda is up here. The Panda will pretty much be very low on HP, but he is level 3 now, and that's a huge deal. He lost the Ancient of War, not a big deal at all. Picking up level 3 Panda, already, you know, it's only level 2. Demon Hunter is still crazy good, but here we do see some dots are on their way, lots of dots. Still going with the dot strategy, so standard but not standard, just different heroes. So we'll see how it plays out. Panda at level 3 could be a huge issue, though. It could be a big deciding factor in this game. We'll have to wait and see if it is, because who knows. And look at this. Double Spirit Lodge. Indeed, we're seeing Lordo doing double Spirit Lodge build. Not going to say it out loud until we see it, so I'm just going to hold off. But yeah, you'll see it when we see it, and we'll all know it when we see it, and it's going to be good. So we'll see if it works. But here we do see another Ancient of War creep coming in from CorNoX. Gonna pick up a Potion of Greater Healing. Very nice item to have. Gonna finish creeping this off. If you can get level 3 on the Demon Hunter, that would be a good shape. Getting as much experience as he can, not a bad choice at all. Just basically waiting again until he has enough food and he has the fully upgraded dots. So see, probably going to go for a third hero. This strategy does always tend to revolve around having a third hero. Going with the Tinker, so a fairly standard third hero, just an unorthodox second pick. So we'll see if this will work or not. Here you see Lordo picking up Blade Mastery level 3. Sorry about that. +6 claws of attack right there. I'm going to take a drink of water, actually. That was... Yeah. Oh, Demon Hunter in trouble. Demon Hunter going to get staffed out at 33 HP. 1 hit away pretty much from dying right there. Really good reaction time from CorNoX. Of course, I'm sure if he had that low of an HP hero, he's probably sitting there just waiting, waiting, knowing that there's a good chance that Demon Hunter or the Blade Master is going to pop on you, and you don't want that to happen at all. So that was really well done right there by CorNoX. So really well done to keep that Demon Hunter alive. I thought it was going to go down when I saw that. Oh, good play by CorNoX. Go ahead and see him come over here, pick up a healing scroll. Does he have a TP? He does have a TP on the Panda, just in case this does go south. And with a healing scroll and a TP, you're probably not going to go too south. Here we see it looks like Fortified has been researched. There's at least 1 Watchtower. Yes, just 1 Watchtower. You can see that Troll Witch Doctor. So Doc, the Lord Doc. That's the That's the pun. The witch doctor goes down, just like my joke didn't. Anyway, look. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, here we do see it looks like master witch doctor training being researched right now, just essentially matching the caster style. And here we do see the shops taking some damage. We're gonna go ahead and see these burrows being occupied by some peons. And yeah, where is his army down here? He does have very low HP on this blade master. This could be a problem. He does have a belt of strength right there. We do see a serpent ward being picked up as the second skill for the Shadow Hunter. We can see one of these burrows about to go down, perhaps, and very, very close to getting what healing wards. But we gotta see a stasis trap being laid down. If that's allowed to go off, that's going to essentially stun all these units. You go ahead and see CorNoX now TPing out. Honestly, I think that was a bit of a preemptive TP. I think if he waited, he might have actually been able to end the game right there, to be honest. I'm not sure, but he didn't really know what the army that of Lordo was at that point. And yeah, so if he had just waited, I think if he's looking at this army right now thinking, oh, well, I probably could have killed that. But we'll see. There is, of course, a ward right here from the Lordo. He does have, I believe, a witch doctor running around the map right now, just casting wards. As you can see, there are wards all over the place, and I don't know if it's died yet. It looks like it might be dead. I don't know where it went, but yeah. So you can just go ahead and see. Why not? Yeah, why not? So here we do see him just running around the map. Here comes some fairy dragons. CorNoX looking pretty strong. In all honesty, this blade master completely. I'm not sure what. I mean, I know he's gonna be able to cancel this, but the question is he actually going to be able to hold his base? He doesn't have a lot here in his base. Just putting up another tower, putting up 2 more towers. He's going to need those towers maybe a little bit sooner. Going to go ahead and stun that Demon Hunter, just doing some damage. Getting those Serpent Wards down. Probably going to see the shop being the first focus target right now. And yeah, that shop's going to be canceled. They have to run back. He's going to definitely be able to cancel this watchtower, no problem. This is looking really good for CorNoX, I would say. Here you see these fairy dragons are up. We're gonna go ahead and see these dots going down a little bit by little bit, and yeah, there goes down another tower. So it's gonna just get canceled. There isn't a shop up right now, so this Shadow Hunter's in a bit of a bad spot now. This actually blocks him from running this way, and there's nothing he can run out this way with. Here comes that Demon Hunter, the Blade Master on the Demon Hunter, gonna go ahead and try to kill the Demon Hunter. Will the Demon Hunter go down? No, gets staffed out, getting staffed out, and now we're gonna see the Night Elf player just gonna have to regroup a little bit. Panda not in a terrible spot. He does have a potion of greater healing. Gonna go ahead and pop that, not a problem. And of course, now we're just seeing Lordo holding on by the skin of his pants right now, just barely in this game. Will he go ahead and start doing something? We're gonna see that Demon Hunter has TP'd back in. He does have a scroll of healing as well as a potion of healing. Pops a scroll of healing. Gonna cancel this this watchtower right there. Here we can see that it looks like he's in a bad spot now. The Shadow Hunter does go down. The Blade Master has been cycled, and this might be the end of the Lordo. Oh, this would be an unfortunate way to lose, but he's just getting killed while he's teching. Not fast enough out, not fast enough getting enough towers up for dealing with this. Very, very close. Really good timing from CorNoX, though, because if he had waited just a little bit longer, this base would have been impenetrable most likely. And yeah, so just really, really well done by CorNoX hitting when that creep was going on in the red camp. There wasn't any healing support for the Lordo, so the famous Lordo strategy getting a little bit of trouble right now. It's not over yet, I mean, I guess, because Lordo's still in the game. He's still hanging on, but that Demon Hunter's very low. I don't see a shop anywhere. There's no way to heal that guy up. I would say, you know, there's an expansion going for CorNoX at this point. It's not looking good. CorNoX at 47 food, Lordo at 20. We do have that. The Shadow Hunter's about to come back out. There's only one guy up, and Lordo calls a good game. So a little bit anticlimactic, but hey, that's the case. Sometime it happens. But CorNoX played really, really well right there and countered the Lordo pretty good. That's the big downside of playing a strategy that is very kind of set in stone, fairly rigid, and you know that's fairly popular. You know, people can counter it. Of course, you can say, well, you can't. You know, people play Night Elves play the same strategy every game, Orcs play the same strategy every game. Yeah, but it's just one of those things where those strategies have been out for so long. It's much harder to counter them because you know people are much more accustomed to that. And the Lordo for himself, for the most part, probably the only person I know playing that strategy. So hey.